A gente veio comendo Krusty Burger. Olha o Krusty Burger aqui. Pensa num pega turista essa Duff Beer. Não tem nada de especial e eu acho que é a mesma que a gente pegou lá no Harry Potter. E cara pra cacete. Paciência. Essa é a parte de cima do Krusty Burger. Agora a gente vai fazer o tour da Universal mesmo.
Where you can see inside of the sound stages that we are now passing. You can see some signs of active production. There's a lot of set decoration going on, and if you're able to see inside those doors, you might get a good idea of what a soundstage looks like on the inside. Just in case you weren't able to see though, just look up to your screens. This is the inside of a soundstage in between productions. So whether it's Frankenstein's Laboratory, whether it's Whoville from The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, or whether it's the single side of the island from Couples Retreat, all of these environments can be customized inside of our front lot sound stages. In fact, a little fact I want you to keep in mind is that 80 to 90% of all the filming that happens here at Universal happens inside of these front lot sound stages. Now, for those of you wearing your 3Ds right here on the Universal Studios lot, that comes to us from Seth MacFarlane as well as Fuzzy Door Productions. And even though we've been partnering with Fuzzy Door Productions, they don't have offices with us right here at Universal. Although coming up on your left-hand side, we have our production bungalows, home to companies like Dwayne The Rock Johnson's and Bucks Productions, Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Productions. We even have a studio that you've seen quite a few movie posters for as we travel through the lot. That's right, their upcoming project comes out on April 5th from Illumination Studios. Well, it's the Super Mario Brothers project. Why don't we get a little look behind the scenes?
Core elements in Nintendo's game franchises lend themselves to become a really fun movie for audiences who have never even seen a game. The way we've approached this film is to make the film for fans.
Some of the wildlife on Skull Island. In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We're just taking the Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film. And this is, another day, another incident on Skull Island, using the creatures and the character and personality of Kong as he appeared in the movie. It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was so sure. Okay, glasses on everybody. We're back in Skull Island.
carrinho tava parado, não sei se você percebeu.
Nossa, tava mexendo.
Aí tem um negócio no chão que faz ele mexer, e aquela hora que tá a impressão que a gente tá caindo, eles soltaram um vento na cara, por isso dá a impressão que você tá caindo.
3D, congratulations on surviving. Now, I promise I'll let you know when to use those 3D glasses again. Why don't we hear from the what?
Mas tava falando que isso aí, ó,
and get a little
é
behind
onde vai
the
gravado
scenes
vários filmes, tá
knowledge. Once
vendo?
again, that was King Kong.
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions, there's creatures coming at
Whether it's parked, crashed, or dragged into the action, once that car is on screen, it becomes a picture car. Now, in the case of something like Back to the Future Part 2 or the Flintstones, they can be either futuristic or prehistoric, or something a little bit closer to reality, with something like the Too Fast, Too Furious Nissan Skyline. Either way, we got a great selection from both Jurassic Park and World trilogies, and our newest addition is the Fry's Electronics van from Jordan Peele's newest film, Nope. We have the Crawdaddy from Us, and one last vehicle to point out before we head out of the area is the Bradley Infantry Fighting Vehicle. That's the one that looks like a tank, although unlike a tank, it is mostly made out of plywood. It's got a metal frame inside there, but as far as defensive capabilities go, it wouldn't hold up too well. This is another one of the examples of picture car modifications that we can have here on the lot. In the case of something like the plank tank, as we call it here on the studio tour, it's almost invisible to the naked eye to actually see those modifications. But on the other hand, something like the gyrosphere from Jurassic World, you might have noticed that the gyrosphere was missing all of its glass. Now that's just because glass is incredibly reflective. It's very hard for our filmmakers to capture on screen without unintended reflections. So rather than risk that, our filmmakers will use CGI or computer-generated imagery in order to get that picture-perfect smooth reflection. But while I have you folks on the topic of Jurassic,
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
we are now surrounded by some of the original props and set pieces from the original Jurassic Park trilogy. On either side of the vehicle, we have some more picture cars. We have the mobile lab from the Lost World Jurassic Park, which, if you remember, was used to research quite a few dinosaurs, but I am not seeing any such creatures in the area. Hold on, folks. Keep your eyes peeled. Well, folks, it appears we have escaped with our lives. Now, if you got any dinosaur spit on your skin, don't worry. It's very good for your skin. You can't get it anywhere else. But we did survive. You folks are very, very brave. As we continue on, though, you might remember how the mobile lab looked on screen in the Lost World Jurassic Park. To give you some context, folks, this is not actually a cliff face in Costa Rica. No, it is actually a location we passed earlier today, one of our parking garages. That's the cliff face, and then, well, you just saw the real mobile lab. That was suspended from the top of this parking garage. It was right next to Soundstage 14, if you remember where I pointed that out. But this was all decorated by our greenery department. They were in charge of all the plant life, as well as making this parking garage look like a real-life Costa Rican cliff face. But with all this context now being said, you know where this was filmed, and it was outdoors in sunny Southern California. So this begs the question, if we had filmed this scene from the Lost World Jurassic Park outdoors in sunny Southern California, right here on the Universal Studios lot, then, well, where did all the rain come from? And that brings us to our next big industry secret reveal, folks. That's right, we here at Universal Studios can control the weather. Oh, I see you smiling at me, but as Bruno Mars might say, don't believe me, just watch. Okay, so it's not how you think. We can't control the weather, but this is called a practical effect here in the industry. And it's made out of 3 simple ingredients with no post-production editing needed in order to achieve a real rainstorm. Starting with our thunder from speakers surrounding us, just like this. We also have strobe lights that are a bit harder to see at this point in the day, but those give us the appearance of lightning. And you might be wondering, how do we do it? What's our top secret technology? Why do weather people really dislike us? Well, folks, one simple answer, and it's a top secret technology. They're called sprinklers, and we attach them to the tops of our buildings. That's what creates the... Well, not the flood. Okay, folks, the situation... Oohs and ahs, get ready. Ooh. And would you look at that? You just survived. Yeah, another intense experience. That was the flash flood here at the Universal Studios Tour, the oldest attraction here at Universal Studios Hollywood. You might remember that effect from when you got this movie Judas, or a little movie called Big Fat Liar, starring Paul Giamatti, Frankie Muniz, and Amanda Bynes.
Hello. You can't outrun a wolf, kid!
Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll let those flash flood waters carry us all the way through Old Mexico, where you see our VIP crew standing. You might have recognized Old Mexico from TV shows like Westworld or even movies like Nacho Libre. But with that being said, we are heading all the way down to the oldest sets here on the tour. Welcome to 6 Points, the home of the Western. Now let's rewind 108 years back to 1915, and between 1915 and 1917, Universal Studios was the king of silent film. In fact, 200 silent westerns were produced in just those 2 years. That is a lot of movies, folks. Although a lot of things over the years have changed. We now have sound in the movies. You can hear me talking right now. That's proof enough. But a lot of cowboy already. The Voice coming back for season 23, once again featuring Kelly Clarkson as a guest judge, who also has the Kelly Clarkson Show with us right here on the lot. Though in front of those sound stages, you might have noticed our beautiful Park Lake, though you probably remember it better as the Amazon as it appeared in The Creature from the Black Lagoon. The Creature, or the Gillman as some of you might know him, came rather late to Universal's classic monster movie cycle. But that monster movie cycle began over to your left-hand side as you round the corner. This is Little Europe, the home of the monster movie, but also the home of The Good Place. In fact, do I have any The Good Place fans on board? I got one yeah and one no, so let's see if we can't settle. Folks, hold on to your personal belongings. Well, congratulations, folks. You didn't even panic. That was Earthquake, the big one, and by far the scariest part about that 8.3 on the Richter scale earthquake simulation. It was my terrible acting. I'm aware of this. The water. His name is George. Everybody say hi, George.
Hi, George.
You know, my bad, he's a little busy. Everybody say bye, George. Now, don't worry. George will keep that. That was probably just a baby shark. But we'll keep that shark busy over there. Don't worry, his valiant fight will not be in vain. We're totally safe behind these non-flammable, unsuspicious barrels of gasoline. I would never gaslight you about your safety, folks.
É fogo de verdade, dá pra sentir o calor daqui, né?
Ladies and gentlemen, folks and friends, you just survived Bruce the Shark. How was getting up close and personal with the wildlife? Nervous chuckles all around, that's how I feel as well. Folks, as we continue on out though, very unlike the actual shark during the movie Jaws, this shark suggested the Fast and Furious.
Nossa, que lindo, hein? Esse Charger.
Although our brief break is over, you might have spotted some other cars from the movie Oh Brother starring George Clooney, but this next part of the tour probably won't make you say Oh Brother. It'll make you say Oh Mother as we approach the Bates Motel, the original set from Alfred Hitchcock's picture Psycho, directed in 1960. But as we're here, you know, I actually think we got the place to ourselves today. We should be totally fine just to chill here. So get some pictures out, folks. Make sure you don't use any flash photography. It does tend to anger the wildlife. And when speaking of wildlife, it's the man, the myth, the mama's boy himself, everybody, Norman Bates. No way. Now, the key to this sort of encounter with wildlife is just to remain calm, remain casual. Remember, they can smell your fear. You know, I knew it. He's trying to provoke a reaction, folks. He's really trying here. Now, remember, remain calm. Remain calm. Take as many pictures. We have evidence, Mr. Bates. That's right, Norman. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh, no. Oh, no, you're not telling me.
Tá com a faca na mão.
Okay, the vehicle's working, but remember to keep those hands inside the vehicle, folks.
Aquela que tá na ponta desse carro.
Don't sit up or don't stand up. That'll just encourage him, folks. I see the minions know what they're doing. The minions know how to work together and survive. I'm very proud of them. But folks, we have just narrowly escaped a disaster. So we'll make our way up to the Psycho house here to the left-hand side. You might even see that we have some company upstairs. But if you are a fan of Hitchcock, good news, all of his projects just dropped on our streaming service Peacock, so now's a great time to go ahead and check that out. But we have more to see, folks, because we are now here at the sets of The War of the Worlds, directed in 2005 by Steven Spielberg and designed by production designer Rick Carter. What you see around you is a real-life Boeing 747 that was dismantled and transported all the way here from the Mojave Desert to California. But this plane, as you can see,
Ele falou que é um avião
one
real,
of the
né?
most practical sets we've ever built. Though, as you see it on screen, I want you to keep in mind, as we watch this, it was only featured for about 4 total minutes of screen time for the entire War of the Worlds movie. Without further ado, here's Steven Spielberg and Rick Carter talking about the vision behind the process.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
And for again to sit down to talk about War of the Worlds, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
Tour trams to become electric vehicles. As these trams roll out, guests will be...
Look, this might be more serious than I thought. What just happened? This is a secure lock.
Folks, we are getting a call from the FBI. I'm going to patch them through.
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service, and as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are.
Let me clue you in on two things, sweet cheeks. One, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. And two, an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out. Shaw's as ruthless as they come. He'll stop at nothing to him.
Okay, hold on. The signal's getting bad again. Folks, you heard the situation. Things are about to get real fast and real furious. So here to help us on our way, we have part of our Fast and Furious family. It's Roman Pierce. He'll take it from here. Hello, Roman?
My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you Shaw for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot.
Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone could give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
Sounds like a plan, everybody. Well, it's been a little rough getting here, but as we head into the next bay, we've made it, so it's time to celebrate. So I want to see you party. All right, let's get it going. All right, folks, this might have been much more serious than I thought, but we still have Roman to help us. Hold on, I'll check in with him. Roman, what are we doing? Hello?
This is what we're doing. This is the race day after party, and where the other?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move. Liam, that's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's lightweight.
First of all, I don't work for you. Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Hot messages are clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
Got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate. Sean traced us. Ops can't hold him forever. Levy, Roman, we're up. Try to move that vehicle. It's about to get real interesting. My Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Levy ready to roll.
All right, folks, this is what it's all been leading up to. My Fast and Furious family put on those 3D glasses. Remain seated. No flash photography. It's time for us to ride.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn. Okay, guys, it's showtime.
You're getting away! Hold it!
Where are we going, Larry? Drone's long enough to missile shot! Not gonna help it! Don't worry, I got this! Roman, don't shoot! Head from the bridge! Under construction! Everybody hold on! It's the entrance! Riding down! Good job, everybody. We protected the witness and you can resume breathing. You know, my Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. Y'all held us down. Appreciate it. They say the Gideon family is so many. You guys did good out there. And you're welcome to join our crew anytime.
As well as Walt Disney Pictures in the far distance and ABC Studios a little bit more to the right. But altogether, between hundreds of employees working thousands of hours to bring your favorite types of stories to life, the most important thing that unites all of this is you folks, my wonderful, beautiful guests. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank each and every single one of you here today. It's been an absolute pleasure being your tour guide. Now, if you're one of my annual pass holders, it is good to see you again.